We're back on the Millwall View, and we are back with Millwall. Will, how are you, Will?
I'm doing well. Yourself?
I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, on this episode, we're going to talk about Joe Edwards and how has he revolutionised this Millwall side. We're going to talk about whether this is the best Millwall side that has been in the Championship for many, many years, and just exactly where we think Millwall can now finish, given the strong start to the new year and the Christmas period. Um, First of all, Will, you've been enjoying some Millwall games over Christmas. What have you made, first of all, of the manager? Because it's fair to say some people had their reservations, but wow, what a little bit of a run uh, you had before that Middlesbrough game.
It was a breath of fresh air. And like I said, the style of football's changed to what we're used to at Millwall. So that's a difference. He seems to get the best out of some of the signings that like Amaku that come over from Ireland and things like that. Now we're seeing more of him. The one thing I want to see if he can get more out of is Nesbitt.
Yeah,
If we can get him firing like he did when he was up in Scotland, then I think we're a force to be reckoned with. At the back, we don't look as shaky, but it's just like sometimes it looks like we just haven't got that athleticism. Um, I think what I want to see more is rather than sort of playing for them 1-0 wins or the draws or things like that, I want to see us go for the game a little bit more. Don't get me wrong, against Leicester was absolutely phenomenal. We lost the game against Leicester, but you want to see him put a shift in a Millwall shirt. Um, so I think the change is coming. You need to give them time. But the thing is, with Millwall fans, they don't. They want to see instant results. They're normally the ones that turn up for the big games. But I think if he this season don't see a playoff push coming, maybe a mid-table sort of range. And if he's given sort of free reign in the summer to spend some money, I think maybe next season we could look potentially quite dangerous and be a proper contender for the playoffs.
yeah. We of the last six games, there's only Southampton and Stoke which have conceded fewer than Millwall. So I think you've conceded four versus their respective two and three. So what has he done to the shape of the side that's made it so defensively strong? Admittedly, you're not scoring many, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But what have you seen that's different from this Millwall side to the ones that's been leaking goals before this?
I think what he's done is he's got the best out of the players that we've got. Like we've never had a bad defense or bad defenders. I think just the style of play that was linked up before, like when he was playing free at the back and trying to do the wing backs and things like that. I think he's managed to find a way of getting them into their rhythm and letting them play as freely as they want to. Like Jake Cooper a few years ago, everyone was talking about potentially a Premier League or the Rangers sort of move. Sean Hutchinson is a great defender, definitely a great championship defender. So I think he's just coached it better. He's just organised the team better, and obviously gives them better direction and things like that. If you look at Rowett, it was leaking goals, and someone that used to be a defender that was kind of abysmal. But I think it's just the way it's coached and the way the team's set up now. It's just a lot better. They seem a lot more organised. They seem like they can have more of that freedom to play. Like I don't think the defenders before wanted to play that long ball game, and now they're allowed to play on the field a bit.
Before that Middlesbrough game, then this weekend, you'd beaten Bristol City, then before the week before that, you'd beat Norwich, which is a nice scalp to take. And then it all started with the win against your opponents this weekend, which is QPR. What did you make of the QPR game on Boxing Day, who you again play again this weekend?
I thought again we played really really well. You know what I mean? It was they allowed more freedom. And Mako looks exciting. The only problem I would say is, like I said to you, is up the top. Bradshaw had a great season last season. I don't feel like he's getting the same service that he did last season. Um, I think Zion Fleming seems to be sort of coming back into his own of this, what we see last season, but I think again he's more focused on a move away. I think that head turner at the beginning of the season still bothering him a little bit, but it was just the play as a whole was just better. The movement on the pitch, the way the players moved around, the way they knocked the ball around, it just seemed, but there seems to be a more positive energy inside.
All right. before we get your score prediction, any news on transfers? Is it likely to be a quiet one at Millwall?
I think so. Well, I know we're chasing a young lad at Chelsea. I can't remember the name off the top of my head. Maybe that's due to Joe Edwards' connection, saying Joe like I know him there. But I think it may be a quiet one, maybe one or two loans at best, or just the one. But realistically, I'd like to see us go for more of an attacker if we're going to go for anyone. But could see it probably being no one coming in.
16th at the moment, 32 points, which is 10 away from the relegation zone and 8 away from the playoffs. Which half of the league are Millwall going to finish in?
Top half. I don't think we're a bottom half championship side. Definitely not. Now we've got that sort of galvanisation. Could we make a last-ditch attempt for the playoffs? I don't know. Again, a lot of the times what I said over the course of these videos did kind of come true, but I maybe see us sitting around maybe 8, 9. I'll be happy with that.
Yeah, which you'd take, wouldn't you? Okay, great. And then a score prediction then, QPR against Millwall?
2-0, Millwall.
Okay, that's one. Right, great to have you back on this channel, Will. If you disagree with anything that Will said, which lots of you do, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments below. It's all good fun and games. And Will will catch up with you next week. Cheers, mate.
Lovely. See you soon.
Thanks, Will.